Hello and welcome to the Leisurely Learning EquatIO series. In this series, we will go over in depth how to use the various parts of the EquatIO extension to best support your students. In this video, we will be reviewing how to use EquatIO with a PDF. Let's get started. So we're going to look at two PDFs today. This is the first one. So as with PDFs, you want to make sure that you're opening them with Read and Write for Google Chrome. Okay, Read and Write for Google Chrome is created by TextHelp, as is EquatIO. So you need to have the Read and Write TextHelp PDF reader open first before opening EquatIO. Okay, so here we have our first document. And what I want to do is just demonstrate how important this is. So if I use my Click to Speak, and I have Click to Speak read here,
B, C, D, E.
You can see that it doesn't actually even read the math. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn on EquatIO, and you will see that familiar bar here on the bottom. Now what we're actually going to do in this case is we are going to use the screenshot reader, and we're going to draw a box around a question. So when we do that, we know from our screenshot reader video that it will
5x plus 3x minus 9x.
It will read the math. Now what we're actually going to do is we're going to come to these three dots, and instead of what we were doing before on the web, which was copy the LaTeX, we're going to just edit with EquatIO. And that's going to pull the question up. And then what we can do is we can just go in, put in the next line, and we can input in our answer. So that's going to be negative x is going to be our answer, and we can insert that. Now, when you insert something onto a PDF, it's going to appear up here. If you try and drag it like this, it's not going to move, okay? So what you have to do is you have to come up to this directional arrow up here and take it and put it where you want it to go. Now, when you want to resize this math, you're going to come over here to the right-hand side. You're going to grab these three dots, and you're just going to drag until it is the size that you want, okay? If you want to listen to it,
2 lines, line 1, 5x plus 3x minus 9x, line 2, equals negative x.
It will read it for you. Then, and you can try and overlap it if you want, but you don't have to. When you're done, you hit the check mark. Okay. To give you another example, here's an example of one that's asking students to actually create something with the math. So it's actually asking it to create some fractions. So we'll wait for that to open up. All right, so it says shade the pi mode for the equivalent mixed numbers of each problem. So again, we're going to come over here. We're going to turn on our EquatIO, but this time we're going to use the math space. And as we know in the math space, we actually have two smart shapes that we could use for this. We have the bars, the fraction bars, and we have the circles. So this was fraction circles. So oops, I'm going to choose the fraction circle. I'm going to draw my first fraction circle. And I'm just going to go back to the tab to take a quick peek. I'm doing 3/6/9. So I'm going to make sure that this has 9 segments in it. And I'm going to make sure that's fully filled in for now. And I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste that one. Oops. Whoops. Let's try that again. There we go. I need 3 holes and 1 extra, and we're going to make this one 6/9. So I'm just going to make sure that this one comes down to be 6/9. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press that insert button just like I would with any other math space. I'm going to insert that in here. And again, I'm just going to take it and drag it out. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so it's kind of overlaid over top of that. Click that check mark, and there we go. All right, so you can do math space shapes in here as well. If you wanted to, you could do just the equation editor. So if you wanted to represent this one, so we could say that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 6. Okay, we can put that in. Oops, see, I don't even follow my own instructions. We're going to put 4, 6 in there. Right, and then if I want to put in that sign, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do, that is going to be larger than, we're going to say 3/6. Right, So when I want to get rid of something, if I've got something in here I don't want, I hit the trash can. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to move it to where I want it to go. I'm going to resize that so it fits. And again, not everyone is going to fit perfectly over top of each thing, but it's going to be there. Now, one thing to remember with this, and this is no different than using any other PDF with the textile PDF reader. When you go to look at the PDF reader, so let's just close that for a second. When you go to look at the PDF from this view, this is the preview view, so it's going to look as if the work is not there. It's important to remember that it works like an overlay, so for you to see the work, you have to make sure you open it up again with the textile PDF reader. Okay, you do not need to open up the EquatIO to see the math. The math will appear automatically, but you do need to open up the textile PDF reader to see the work that was done. Okay? So, if you have any questions, make sure you use the link below to access the EquatIO video question form. Be sure to leave an email so that we can respond to your question. Thank you for watching this video.